Do you know that you can buy a C of O land and still not have the right to build on such property? Yes. That is because there's a difference between land title and land status. Land title are things like CFO, governor's consent, gazette, government allocation. For gazetted land now, you most likely still need to do a governor's consent. And for a government allocation land, you most likely still need to get an approved CFO. But those are land titles. But for land status now, land status is knowing that a land is totally free from all known government encumbrance, knowing the title of the land, and understanding the zoning of that land. You can buy a land now for a residential development, unknowing to you that the land is actually zoned and approved for a commercial purpose. Such land now, before you do anything on it, you have to ensure that you regularize it from commercial to residential, which might not be possible in some locations because of state developmental plans. That is why it is very important to look at every little detail, even if it's a titled land. One of my acquaintances bought a commercially zoned titled land recently, and his intention is to build some units of apartment. Now we are currently working on regularizing the zoning from commercial to residential. But if the closest thing you have to a title is register survey, I've got some news for you. Firstly, register survey itself in itself is not a title, although it is one of the recognized documents that shows evidence of ownership, but it's not a title. So if the only document you have on your land is just a register survey, you have nothing to worry about as long as you charted the land before buying and it was confirmed that it is totally free from unknown government encumbrance and the zoning of the land is actually for the intended purpose. If you've bought a forestry or agric land in Ekpe and your intention is to do a residential um, building or project, you have a lot to worry about because not all agric land or forestry land in Ekpe are regularizable anymore, not anymore. So that's why it is very important to chart a land, even outside Ekpe, any other part of Lagos, chart before you buy. Even if it does not have title, you chart before you buy it. So you understand that it is free from unknown government encumbrance and also that the zoning is actually for what you want to use the land for. That's something a lot of people don't pay attention to. And another thing to note is that gone are the days where having a register survey gives 100% guarantee that the land is totally free from unknown government encumbrance. No. A lot of things have changed. There have been several changes in the Lagos State real estate dynamics. As a matter of fact, a couple years ago, there was an issue where some surveyors in the private practice took Lagos State government to court about decentralizing the authority to issue register survey for Lagos State lands, and they won. So this opened the door for a lot of wrongdoings in the Lagos real estate space, where register survey can now be issued for committed land, which ordinarily wasn't the case. This also made it easy for a lot of unscrupulous practitioners to sell committed and wrong land to unsuspecting buyers because they just tell you he has register survey or guy get red copy and you pay. And all of this could have been figured out if only buyers chat with as low as 20 to 50K before buying. However, the Surveyor General's office made some moves in order to exonerate themselves from issues that could arise from this new approach. So, they ensure that they state the actual status of the land under the remarks portion of the lodgement certificate. And they also created a digital platform where people can verify if their survey has actually been successfully lodged at the Surveyor General's office. If you want access to this platform, just DM comment register survey in the comment section. I'm going to DM it to you. And please note, this only works for surveys that were registered from like October, November 2023 till date and going forward.